It was the week of Halloween, and Rue, the big white golden doodle, had already seen quite a few spooky sights. That morning, he'd peeked out the front window and spotted a giant pumpkin with a toothy grin staring right back at him. Later, on his walk, he passed a house with big bony skeletons standing guard in the yard. One even had red glowing eyes. Rue tilted his head and blinked his big brown eyes. Halloween was fun for some, but he wasn't quite sure about all these spooky decorations. As he stepped back inside his cozy home and gave his teddy bear-like coat a shake, he felt a little better. The house smelled familiar, and he loved the warm blankets and soft pillows on the couch. It was just the right place for a pup like him to curl up and relax. Still, he couldn't help wonder if he felt a little unsure about all the spooky things outside. Maybe some of his favorite stuffies were feeling that way too. What if Mumble was scared of that pumpkin? What if Pinky didn't like skeletons? What if Frankie or Red or Moo Moo were trying to be brave but just needed a little cuddle? That's when Rue had a great idea. What if, he thought, instead of a spooky Halloween, we had a Snuggleween instead? Somewhere soft, somewhere safe, somewhere cozy, with all his friends together. And just like that, he decided, "This is a snuggle emergency," he said with a serious wag of his tail. The greatest stuffy rescue in Cozy Corner history was about to begin. First stop, the bedroom. Rue crept in, nose leading the way, and there on the bed was Mumble the penguin, cozied up under a pillow. Rue gasped. "Oh no! Trapped in an avalanche of blankets, Mumble? Don't worry, I'll save you." He leapt up, paws landing gently on the comforter, and with careful teeth, he tugged the blanket aside and pulled Mumble out by the wing. He gave him 3 warm licks. "There you go, buddy. That was a close one." Next, Rue trotted into the playroom. In a basket full of toys, Pinky, the squishmallow cat, rested with one paw hanging over the edge. "Oh no! She's slipping! Hang on, Pinky, I'll save you." Rue ran over and nudged her up with his nose. "This basket is too wobbly for you. You're coming with me." He gently scooped her onto his back and strutted proudly back down the hallway. Down the hall, near the closet, Rue spotted something pink peeking out of a fluffy rainbow backpack. "Huh? What's that?" He padded over and sniffed. His tail wagged with delight. "Zaza! Zaza! And Moo Moo! What are you 3 doing in here? You can't hide during Snuggleween." He gently reached into the backpack with his nose and pulled out the 2 little twin bunnies, both soft and pink and exactly the same. "Zaza, Zaza, come on now," Rue said with a smile. "And Moo Moo, we would never leave you behind. Let's go." He carefully lifted the bigger pink bunny out and nestled all 3 together on the couch near a pillow. There, safe and sound. Then down the hallway something flickered. Red, the dragon who had glow-in-the-dark eyes that were softly lit up beneath a chair. Rue squinted. "That's a distress signal if I've ever seen one. Don't worry, Red, I'm coming! He crawled halfway under the chair and grabbed Red by the tail, gently pulling him out. Whoa, you're cold. You must have been under there for hours. Come on, let's get you cozy. And then, the biggest challenge of all, Frankie, the biggest, softest dog stuffy in the whole house, was perched way up high on the top bunk. But Roo was tall, very tall. He stood on his back paws, stretched up higher and higher until his front paws just barely reached the edge. Hold on, Frankie. I'm not letting you spend Snuggleween all alone. With one last stretch, he grabbed Frankie's floppy leg and tugged. Frankie slid down into Roo's waiting paws. Roo plopped down on the rug. Ah, nice catch. You're safe now, big guy. He looked around at his soft rescued crew. Okay, now we've got everyone together. Mumble, Pinky, Red, Frankie, Zaza, Moo Moo. I know what we should do. He stood up and gave a proud shake. Let's set up the best Snuggleween ever! And with the wag of his tail, Roo got to work. By the time the sun began to set, the living room had been transformed. Blankets draped over chairs like cozy cave roofs. Pillows piled up like soft little mountains. A lantern glowing in the center. And all around the room were the rescued stuffies. Roo proudly trotted in with a final touch. A bag of bone-shaped pumpkin dog cookies. Then Roo sat in the center of it all, completely still, with his big, soft teddy bear coat. He almost blended in with all the stuffies. Only his big brown eyes gave him away, blinking slowly under his long eyelashes. His soft, wet nose twitched as he waited. He knew Snuggleween couldn't happen without a few more of his favorite friends, so he sat and he waited. He looked so proud and so cute. Mission Snuggleween almost complete, he said. And then the front door opened. The kids were home, his family. They followed the trail of toys until they reached the Snuggleween den. Charlie, what did you do? This is amazing, they said. One by one, they climbed in, curling up around Roo and grabbing their favorite stuffies. Mom brought a not too spooky Halloween book, and as she read, Roo let out one last happy sigh. Ah, Snuggleween had officially begun. And Roo, he stayed alert, just in case another stuffy needed saving. Thank you so much for listening to today's Cozy Corner story. This one was extra special because it was about our real dog, Charlie, or as we like to call him, Roo. He really does love to sneak off with our stuffies for a cuddle. Now, before we go, let's say some affirmations together. Affirmations are really special, kind words we say to make ourselves feel strong and brave. Let's try some. I'll say it first, and you can listen or repeat after me. I make others smile. I can turn any day into an adventure. I am kind to animals. Thank you for being here today. I'm so happy you're a part of the Cozy Corner Club. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.